Hello everyone, welcome to another chess recap video. Today we are going to look at an amazing game between MAGANA Benjamin from Kenya and ANDRIANIAINA from Madagascar. So this is a game between two chess masters and it was a short and sweet game, epic moves, and as we are going to see in this particular game is that sometimes a free pawn is usually not free. One thing I love about chess is that chess is a battle of ideas, finding your opponent's weaknesses and mistakes and exploiting them. And that is exactly what happened during this particular game. So without much further ado, let's dive into the game. So the game begins with e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, and d4, the Scotch, e takes d4, and bishop to c4, which enters into the Scotch Gambit. Knight to f6 was played by black, which is the best move in this position actually. And then pawn to e5, and then here black plays d5, counter-attacking, attacking the bishop while his own knight is under attack. And here white plays bishop to b5, pinning the knight. So the game continues whereby black plays the best move, knight to e4, and then here white recaptures the pawn that he had gambited earlier. And so in this position, black played this particular important move, bishop to c5. This move is actually a multi-purpose move. First of all, it allows black the room to castle on the king side, and also it kind of x-rays the pawn on f2, since the pawn will be kind of double attacked once this knight leaves or once that knight goes into another square. So during the game, white played bishop to e3, kind of preventing that x-ray and also kind of putting more pressure. And since this bishop is undefended and also there is some kind of discovery, this particular move, bishop to e3, was essential. And so here, black castles, getting away from the pin. And it is in this particular position whereby we reach the critical point of the game. So white has various options or rather various moves to play. So one of the moves, you can decide either to capture the knight using the bishop first, or capture the same knight using his knight, or castles, or develops, or play another developing move like knight to b3 or knight to d2. And here white made the biggest blunder of the game. The best move in this particular position is actually to play knight to d2, kind of finding a way to remove this annoying knight on e4 first before doing anything else. But during the game, white played bishop takes c6, and then black responded by capturing with the pawn. As you can see, white hasn't castled yet, but black has castled, and then here there is a free pawn on c6. So here still the best move is to bring the knight out first, kind of removing this particular knight on e4 first before going for this particular pawn. So during the game, white became greedy and played the biggest mistake of the game, and he captured the pawn on c6. And it is actually in this particular position whereby black was able to punish white for his greediness. Black found the best move, bishop takes e3, ignoring the fact that his queen is under attack, but instead going for the bishop. And then here also white makes the second blunder of the game, castling. And black was able to punish that particular move by playing bishop takes f2 check, and then you have to recapture, and then knight takes, and then you have also to recapture the knight. And then here black has this beautiful move, queen to e8, double attacking the knight and the pawn. Another important thing to note is that in this position, after bishop takes, if white decide to go for the best move, capturing the queen first, black still has this nasty check on f2, and here white must escape by going king to f1, and then there is this check on a6, and white has no other option but to block the checkmate. And after bishop takes, pawn takes, here both the knight and the bishop are under attack, so it's upon black to decide which one is going to rescue. But either way, still this knight is going to be captured by either any of these two rooks. So as you can see, even in this position, no matter what happens, white is still crumbling down, because what comes next is just unstoppable. So during the game, as you have seen, white went for the castle, bishop picked the pawn on f2, and then after rook takes, knight takes, queen takes, and then this beautiful move, queen to a8, double attacking the knight and the pawn, and the knight has to fall back since it can't defend the pawn, and then queen takes on e5, capturing the pawn. And from here, black has a very good advantage. He has already castled, his king is safe, while white king is quite in a not so good position, and from here things just starts falling apart for white. So the game continues, knight to c3, queen takes on h2, and then here a desperate move, knight to f3, trying to attack the queen, but the queen just falls back. White responds with picking the pawn on d5. The game is already lost, and here no matter what white tries to do, black simply find the best way of converting the win, and that is exactly what happened during the game. Here white is given a few checks there, white trying to hold the position, but nevertheless this winning move, rook to c6, kind of put the final nail on the coffin. And after this check, the king goes to h3, and here there is a forced exchange of the queen, and white resigned. And that's how the game went. It was quite a short and sweet kind of game, an amazing game whereby black was able to punish white for his greediness. Just a simple greediness going for a pawn is what costed him the game. So every day we learn, and sometimes it's not so good to go for free pawns, especially if you haven't castled, or maybe if you haven't seen, if you haven't calculated correctly. And kudos to Magana Benjamin for playing the best moves and for punishing white for his greediness. And it was just amazing game. Amazing game, I must say, one of the best games that I've seen in a while. So tell me what you think about the game in the comment section, and thanks for watching. See you in the next chess recap video, and bye bye for now.